Leadership in any form is about distribution. While that has always included the distribution of responsibility and of wealth, in today's business climate, distribution also refers to marketing and reaching the proper channels for generating optimal revenues. An eco-friendly production rapidly transforms from the birthchild of niche markets to an ever more impending mainstream requirement. It's perhaps not the least bit ironic that indigenous cultures present us with the blueprints for tactical, branding, and leadership models that distribute wealth, responsibility, and sustainable products the world over. Beqa Shark Dive. Tourism is the virtual lifeblood of many South Pacific Island countries. The challenge has always been to integrate ecotourism at a high enough level in order to compensate for other invasive revenue streams that might be produced from the utilization of local resources. Aquatrack established arguably the world's finest shark dive in the Beqa waters, and divers now come from all over the world to see the brilliant kaleidoscope of fish feeding and the 14 different types of sharks that come to feed. The local villagers now make more from providing protected reef access than from fishing. And there's a bonus: the abundant runoff of fish to nearby unprotected zones still provide the villagers a far more impressive fishing yield. Today, lotions derived from coconut oil are seemingly produced and sold in almost every South Pacific country. They all, in their own way, are hoping to become the next Pure Fiji. However, at one point in time, there was no Pure Fiji model to follow. Pure Fiji was in fact the brainchild of the Austin family's mother-daughter combination, who sought to not only bring the goodness of locally pressed coconut oil to the masses, but to also manufacture and package it in a way that emphasized culture, quality, and refined branding in such a way that it would comfortably fit on the shelf amongst the world's finest skincare products. The success of Pure Fiji is a remarkable example of taking something that every Pacific island uses and makes it something the rest of the world wants. Swimming amongst 40-ton whales in their natural maternity ward would undoubtedly rank on a short highlight reel in any person's life. It is also a unique and iconic tourist attraction for the Kingdom of Tonga that generates thousands of tourists and even far more in positive notoriety for the country. However, back in 1993, when Whale Watch Vavau pioneered the tourist version of this cultural activity and was issued with the first whale watching license by the Tongan government, there was no real working model anywhere in the world to follow. Along with some early support from the South Pacific Whale Research Consortium, the learning curve has risen dramatically on how to regulate and interact with these friendly mammals. Tonga has grown to the point where it now boasts 9 members who together comprise the Tonga Whale Watching Operators Association, and thus an iconic industry was born and a blueprint for others established. Private industry is often the catalyst in establishing templates for sustainable development. Often, but not always, these businesses will require support from researchers and ecologically protective actions from governments. More and more groundbreaking entrepreneurs show us that our islands are increasingly valuable, but disintegrating natural resources must be identified, and that the world will pay top dollar if we can nurture and provide visceral natural experiences or sustainable production. Anyone establishing a new entity or offshoot in the South Pacific can face great hurdles. What can we do from our positions, individually, in our own organizations, and here collectively, to dramatically reduce the resistance these innovators will face on their pathways from vision to reality?